Hey everyone, welcome back. So we're going to jump right in and start by priming our eyelids with the Proof 10 eye primer. Then I'm going to set that primer with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. And I'm going to quickly fill in my brows with the Ofra Eyebrow Pencil. To start, I'm going to go into the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette and dip into the color Salted Caramel. And this is going to be our transition color, which we apply to the crease. Then I'm going to dip into Semi Sweet and just apply this right under that transition shade to darken it up a little bit. Next, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon Palette and dip into the color Molasses Chip. To highlight underneath the brow, I'm going to use the color Satin Sheets. And to lighten up the inner part of the lid, I'm going to dip into Sprinkles and apply this on the inner part just to make it a little bit brighter. Then I'm going to line my eyes, and I just did a small flick, not even really a wing, because I wanted to keep the eyes looking pretty natural. For mascara, I'm going to use the Smashbox Full Exposure. Not a huge fan of this mascara, but I do really like the huge brush. That's the one part I like about it. Then I'm going to prime my face with the Smashbox Primer Water. And I'm going to cover my face with the M by Michelle Pham Makeup Mood Enhancer in the color Golden Candlelight. You can use any sort of makeup illuminator, but just to make it look more glowy. And then my favorite combination for foundation right now is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi and the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, so I'm just going to blend that in. And then I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer to highlight underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and around my lips. And I really like this concealer for more glowy looks because it's just bright and watery and it's not really heavy at all. Now I'm going to set that concealer with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I just didn't want this to crease, so just set it right away after you blend it in. For this technique, you really want to contour and blush and highlight very heavily because we're going to go over it. So I'm using this Laura Geller. This is actually a foundation in the color Tan, and I'm just applying this with a Real Techniques Face Expert brush onto my cheeks. I'm just placing it with this brush, and then I'm going to go and blend it out later, but it's going to look really heavy, but at the end we're going to do something to make it super glowy and blend it in all together. Now I'm just setting that contour with a bronzer. This is the Guerlain one. Using the blush from the e.l.f. Contouring and Blush Palette in Fiji Matte, I'm going to heavily apply this to my cheeks. And make sure you put more on than you normally would. To make our highlight really pop out, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip in the color Lilac Petal. You can use any sort of cream highlighter, and this is going to kind of be a base for the highlighter on top. So I just blended that in and then used my beauty blender just to kind of diffuse it out. I forgot to line my eyes, so we're going to go back into the color Cherry Cordial from the Too Faced Chocolate Palette and go ahead and do that. For the bottom lids, I like to use the Maybelline Illegal Length Mascara. It's my favorite for the bottom lids, and just apply a light coat of that. Now for the Mega Glow, we're going to use the Mary Luminizer and a Morphe M501 brush and heavily apply this to the cheek area and then right above the eyebrow. After we apply that highlighter, we're going to go in with a big buffing blending brush. Mine is from Icing, and then you're going to use any sort of finishing powder you like. I love the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, I think it's called, and then I use the Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in the color Sophia, which will show up on the screen in just a second. And so what you're going to do is dip into that powder, and then you're going to dip into the highlighter, and you're basically going to buff everything out. So this is going to make everything kind of less pronounced as it was before, but it's also going to leave behind this glow all over your face, and it's just going to be beautiful and radiant. So then I'm just lining my lips with the Milani All Natural Lip Pencil. And for lipstick, I'm going to use the Milani Matte Liquid Lipstick in the color Gorgeous. And I messed up the bottom, so I just used a Q-tip with some concealer to clean that up. I applied a little bit more Mary Luminizer to the center of my lips to pucker them up, and then topped everything with a NYX Butter Gloss in the color Vanilla Cream Pie. And that is the completed look for this wearable, extremely glowy skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.